Yo, what's the weather saying today?
Yo, the weather's saying 5 degrees in Mississauga.
5
today, yo.
degrees?
Yeah, yo.
You know what that means?
Yes, sir. To the sunroof, bro.
You gotta flex on the base.
Flex on the base model, bro.
Alright, yo guys, we're here in lower CCT, the lowest CCT, P5. We're bringing you Team VTech podcast.
Sir, my name is Rajit.
I'm Rashid.
And today's video is gonna be a history lesson.
History lesson.
But yo, it's gonna be a fun history lesson.
Yeah.
Nothing that you guys learn in grade 10 here in Ontario.
Yeah.
It's a fun history lesson.
Yeah, another very nerdy video, just like the wheel video. But this one's on license plates.
Yes.
So the history, it's going to be mostly Ontario license plates.
Of course.
We'll do, if we have time, we'll do all the other Canadian license plates. We'll just look at them. But it's going to be Ontario license plates. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But first, we're just going to talk about how do you get license plates? Like how do you register your car kind of thing and get license plates in Ontario. So what do you need to bring to Service Ontario to get plates? I'll just go over it quickly. So you need your driver's license. You need proof of insurance on the vehicle. You need the signed back portion of the ownership. You need bill of sale that's signed, which could be the last page of the UVIP if you go that route. You're going to need a safety, which you don't need the safety, but it's better if you just go with the safety. You can get it all done in one time. If not, you get temp sticker, and then you can get it done after 10 days, right?
And you have to go back to the ministry to get it again.
Yeah, you got to wait in line again. Yeah, if you can, just get a safety and go the first time and get it done, get everything done, right? And also you need appraisal if the car is older than 20 years, or if the car is not worth what the red book is worth, it's worth less, you will end up paying less tax on that. So that's basically what it is.
Fees wise, if you're going to pay the ministry, you have the $20 UVIP fee. You also have the $59 plate fee, as well as the $32 transfer fee for the car.
So that's just for the transfer of ownership while you're at Service Ontario. And on top of that, it's the tax for the vehicle. What are you going to pay on the vehicle?
So, for example, when I bought my CRV, when I got it appraised by the mechanic, it was only appraised at $1,500 due to the law of the suspension issues it had. So I only had to pay tax. So in Ontario, it's 13% tax. So I only had to pay 13% tax of the $1,500, basically.
Yeah. So So we'll go into depth and explain all those in order. So usually when you get your first car, you're going to go to Service Ontario, and if you don't do everything the proper exact way, you're going to get turned back, and they're going to tell you go do something and come back. You know what I mean? That's what happened to me. Even when I got the second car, that's what happened to me, right? So we're just going to break it down. What exactly do you need to bring to Service Ontario? What do you need to get from the previous owner? What do you need to get? Everything you need to bring to Service Ontario to get your plates, right? Because we both, I don't know, but you.
No, I had the issue too.
You had the issue too?
So when I bought my CRV, and I usually go to thing is that I have a company on the side, trucking company. So I'm usually at Service Ontario at least 5 to 6 times a year when it comes to plate renewals and stuff. So there is a lengthy process, and it varies between a regular passenger vehicle and a commercial vehicle. Rashid's gonna go through the passenger vehicle. If you want, I can go through the commercial vehicle.
Okay, I'll do that, and then you do the truck. Okay,
for sure.
So just for regular car, which is what most people are gonna want, right? So you're gonna need. We made a list. Well, first of all, you need a driver's license. So when you need to bring to Service Ontario, you need your driver's license.
It has to be registered in Ontario, guys.
Registered in Ontario, up to date. If not, you got to renew it, but you're already there. You can renew it there, right? And that's they're going to use that license number on your ownership and the address on your ownership.
Yes.
So you need that. You need your bill of sale.
So bill of sale, you can run a bill of sale, or you can get an appraisal letter. If you feel that if you purchased the car, for example, at a wholesale auction, and you didn't get a bill of sale, and you feel, okay, you know what, the car is worth less, you can take it to the mechanic to get it appraised, and they'll give you a letter of appraisal. You can use that as well to register your car.
Yeah, and I'll get to that too. But you need a letter of appraisal either way if your car is older than 20 years old.
Oh, okay.
But either way, you should get a bill of sale. So a bill of sale could be anything. It could literally be a napkin, and you can write, okay, what's the VIN? What did you buy it for? What did you buy it for? Right. So if your car is less than 20 years old, right, you can use the bill of sale as what you're going to pay tax on. So every time you register a car in Ontario, used or new, you got to pay tax, right? They could go off the bill of sale, right? So they're going to go either off what's written on the bill of sale or the red book value, the Canadian red book value. They'll actually look up the car and they'll say, okay, with this mileage, with this status on the title, with this year and options and stuff, this is what the car is worth, and that's what you're going to pay tax on, right? So whichever number is higher, that's what they're going to take, unless you have an appraisal letter, which then they have to go with the appraisal letter. It has to be an official appraisal letter, and they're going to go with that price, right? So that's one thing. Bill of sale. You need to get bill of sale whenever you register the vehicle. So when you go on the website for the MTO website, they're going to say you need a UVIP, UVIP. So what that is it's a green packet. So it just has like a few pages. It's going to tell you every previous owner that the car's had and what mileage it's been, and if the car's ever been rebuilt, salvage, if there's liens on the title. It's an important piece of paper. Normally sellers don't offer it, like sellers don't have it, right?
No.
It's $20. Every time you transfer the ownership of a vehicle, you need to buy it. So if your seller doesn't offer it, you're gonna have to buy it when you're getting the plates, right? So, but the important part of that is the last page of that is a bill of sale by the MTO that they give you. Basically, has everything you need to fill out on the bill of sale, the purchase price, VIN, all that stuff, right? But you can also have any other bill of sale. I'll put a link to a bill of sale that I've used, and I've used it a few times. It's always worked. So it just has all the information. You just fill that out, right? So license, bill of sale, right? Next thing you're gonna need is what else? License, bill of sale.
You also need a safety certificate.
Safety, but we'll do the last because that's okay.
Last.
Well, you need insurance, so you cannot register a car without insurance in Ontario. You cannot do it; they'll just turn you away, right? So you need proof of insurance. So when you call your insurance company, if you're called the day of that you're going to go register it, they might give you some like run around and tell you, oh, it's not going to be valid until 12 a.m. the next day or something. If you really need to get it registered that day, just really press them and get the pink slip. Get a temporary pink slip. They'll send it in an email, and you can show that. You can print that out and show that. It'll just say temporary slip. Basically, all you need is the policy number. And you need to show that it's active, an active insurance on that car. Policy number and a VIN on the same paper, right? So okay, so you need license. You need what did I just say? License, bill of sale.
Bill of sale.
You need proof of insurance. What else do you need?
You also need to fill out the back of the ownership.
Yeah.
So I have this for reference.
Yeah, but I'll put a picture on the screen.
Yeah.
So you need to fill out so I'll break down the ownership. So when you buy a car, right, the owner is going to have the ownership in their name. So ownership is basically a title. If you don't know what ownership is, it's a title for Ontario. So there's two portions. There's going to be a vehicle portion and a plate portion. So whenever you buy the car, the plate portion stays with the owner. Yes. So you don't take the plate portion, you take the vehicle portion, which has the VIN and all the information on the car, right? And the previous owner's name. On the back, there's going to be a few things. There's going to be an address change request. There's going to be a transfer of ownership request. So the transfer of ownership request, basically all you need from the previous owner is a signature on that. You need a signature on the back of the ownership. Everything else you can fill out. Yep. Okay? So you're going to have to fill out the insurance policy number, your name, your address, all that kind of stuff. It tells you everything you need, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna have to do that. So you need two things from the owner when you buy the car. You need that ownership portion filled out, and you need the bill of sale signed with their signature, your signature, all the other information. Again, I'll put a link, right? So you're gonna need that. Where's the list I just put? Because I keep forgetting all this stuff.
So you have that, right? One more thing is, I always suggest if you're gonna buy a used car, always have two copies of the bill of sale, one for you and one for the seller.
Yeah,
just in case something happens, you have proof as well to show that you did indeed purchase this car, and make sure both copies are signed.
Yeah.
That even you feel okay, one copy is signed, it's okay. No, always have both copies signed by you as the buyer and the seller as well.
For sure. And another thing on that, if there's anything sketchy, just don't deal with it. If there's whiteout on the back of the ownership, if the guy selling it is not the guy on the name on the ownership, if they're selling it for a friend, like a lot of Facebook guys, those guys are flipping cars. Basically, they're selling it for a friend. They're not selling it for a friend. They basically bought it from the previous owner. They didn't register because they don't want to pay tax, and they're selling it to you at a high price. Obviously, they're trying to make money. But what else?
Also, one thing I think, I don't know if it's correct, you might know is if you want to purchase a vehicle and you're unsure if the Carfax is true, you could go to the ministry and just tell them, I think you're going to purchase a vehicle. Give them the VIN number. You can purchase the UVIP in advance.
You can do that.
That grocery that you just purchase the UVIP in advance, and they'll show you everything, all the information you need to know.
Anyone can get a UVIP as long as you have the VIN on the car. Yes. And another thing, if the seller's not giving you the VIN, then
don't go for the car.
There's something wrong with the car, right?
100%.
So basically, you bring all that stuff to Service Ontario, and so you also need a safety. We'll just touch on the safety, right? Yes. Anytime you transfer the ownership of a car, you're going to need a safety, unless it's to a spouse, I think, I'm pretty sure.
No. So safety has the car, if it's older than 3 years and older, you need to purchase a safety.
Most used cars.
Most used cars.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're transferring as a gift even, the car has to get a safety inspection done.
Yeah. Okay, so what is a safety inspection? Basically making sure that the car is not unsafe for the road. You're not gonna endanger other people on the road or yourself, right? Making sure the car is structurally safe and the brakes, safety components, steering, things like that, right? So you can get a less than
Mexico method. if you're confused what essentially safety looks at, they don't look at engine components.
Yeah.
Essentially, what they look at is they look at the suspension of the vehicle.
Yeah.
They look at safety features, seat belts,
Structural stuff, rust. If it's too rusty, you're not going to pass
looking
it.
at signal lights.
Yeah.
Basically,
It's an inspection. Basically.
suspension,
Yeah.
except for the engine.
Yeah.
And they look everything around the car, body-wise.
Even your windshield, if you have a crack that
Windshield.
goes into your wiper
If you
area,
have a crack,
Yeah.
I think it's more than 6 inches long.
something like that. Yeah.
No, it's I think 7 or 8 millimeter. It's a millimeter
Yeah,
length.
something like that. I'll
It's
put it on the
really-
screen.
You have to replace it.
Yeah. So things like that, and you can find the full list of this safety checklist. I'll put that a link to, right? So you need a safety inspection whenever you buy the used car over 3 years, like you said, right? So if you don't have a safety, you can still register the car in your name. They're only going to give you a temporary sticker, a T sticker, which you've probably seen on the road. It's a red T sticker that goes on the top right. It's right now it's the only sticker that you can get for plates, right? Because there are
Yes,
other stickers right here.
for passenger vehicles, yes.
Yeah. So you put that sticker on. It's valid for 10 days. So you can run it after 10 days. It's not a huge deal, right? Cops won't really bother you, but that's only valid for 10 days, right? So within those 10 days, you can drive the car around to a shop. Well, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Drive to a shop to get the safety done, and then you can bring your safety to Service Ontario again. They're going to update the ownership, give you new ownership, and then they're going to tell you remove the sticker from the plate, right?
Because essentially after the 10 days, your ownership becomes nil.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's not.
Basically, you're driving with
ownership.
expired plates, which is
Expired
not
plates.
which is not the worst. Like, I think it's like $60. What is it?
It's not a
$110.
It's a $110 ticket,
Fine,
but
yeah.
at the same time, a safety certificate can, if you're going for a private mechanic, it's about $150.
Yeah, but
And better-
also another thing is, if you like don't know any mechanics, you don't know anyone you trust. Most of the time, when you go to a mechanic shop, they're not just going to give you a safety. They're not just going to pass you like that.
No, they're gonna
They're going to
check
give you
everything.
something small because obviously the shop has to make money, right? They're mostly all going to be like that. Even like honest mechanics, they're going to tell you need brakes or whatever,
Brakes or
right?
something.
Just to get the safety done. So you're going to end up spending a little more than just the cost of the safety, right?
Most likely,
Yeah.
you're going to spend upwards. At least, I usually say if I'm going to register a car for safety, I usually like to have $500 ready aside
Yeah.
for safety.
Yeah.
But even if the car does pass safety, one thing I recommend is changing all the fluids out in the car.
Yeah, just
Even if they say
general tune-up,
General tune-up,
yeah.
even if they say that it's just been changed, it's
Yeah.
better to just change all the fluids. So you have peace of mind. You also are aware when you change the fluids last,
Yeah.
and get used to the intervals.
Yeah, so basically that's what a safety is, right? So you need to get the safety after 10 days or else your plates will expire, right?
And also the surcharge.
Okay, so there's fees, right? When you go to register your car, you need to get plates, which is $59, and then the actual ownership paper is going to cost $32, $32, right? So yeah, so once you give all that to the Service Ontario, they're gonna look at it, they're gonna make sure it's all good. They're gonna print you out an ownership, which is gonna have your name. I'll put a picture of ownership. I don't want to show mine, but I'll put a picture of ownership. It'll have the plate number in the top right corner, and it'll show you're gonna get a plate portion and a vehicle portion,
Yes.
right? And that's what you're gonna pay $32 for. Then you're gonna get your plates as well, and you're also gonna get a tax receipt for the amount that you paid tax on the vehicle. Yeah,
I can show you. Maybe I can attach a picture of my
Yeah.
truck thing I got this morning.
sure. Now that we got that out of the way, just for the people that are only interested in how to get plates, right?
Yes.
Now we're gonna go into detail. This is
About
the stuff. If you're
plates.
interested in Ontario license plates, if you think you found one that looks cool, we're gonna go over basically all of them. What the
Before
different
we
plates are.
continue, if you are not interested in this video, we'll see you on the next video,
Yeah,
guys.
we'll see you next week. There you go.
See you?
Outro right there.
Yes, outro.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so just an overview about what we're going to talk about in this video on Ontario license plate, right? So we're going to talk about the first ever Ontario license plate, so the first one that's ever made. We're going to skip through a lot of them because there's a lot of different old ones. They change styles a lot, right? So we're going to skip through a bunch of them. Maybe if there's interesting ones, we'll go through it, right? But we're going to skip mainly to around the 70s. So that's when things start to get interesting a bit, right? So we're going to go to the 70s, 80s, 90s, up to the present plates, right? And I'm going to be putting examples on the screen. So whatever we're talking about, I'm going to be putting on the screen. So what's the first thing we're going to talk about?
So the first thing we're talking about is the history of the plates.
So parts of the plate. So we'll
Parts
just
of
break down the standard Ontario license plate they're going to see on the road every day. So I'll just give you an example.
Yes.
This is a bit old, but this is the current style.
Yeah.
It's a 4-letter, 3-number plate. So it has the Ontario thing here.
Has-
The crown is here, and
not
Road to
just-
Discover,
Yes.
which is still the current slogan. So we're going to talk about slogans too a bit. This one has a sticker for 02. So the stickers were discontinued in 2022, I think March.
Yes, March of 2022.
March 22?
Stickers.
The stickers are discontinued. So you used to have to pay, I think, $120 in Southern Ontario and $60 in Northern Ontario, or something like that.
Yeah,
something
so
like
if you want to get a, you usually have 2-year options. So you can get either 1-year option at $120 for a year, or 2 years for $240.
that. Yeah.
If you live in the GTA, Southern
Yeah,
Ontario.
and the region's different.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it was up until 2017. 2017, 2018, where if your car is older than 7 years, you have to get your car emission tested before before you're eligible.
But that's
to
not
get plates.
anymore.
Now
They
they
don't
don't
do
have
that
that issue
anymore.
no more.
And now you don't have to pay for stickers because stickers don't exist. So thank you, Doug Ford.
Yes, thank you,
No more
Doug Ford.
stickers.
Uncle Dougie coming
Uncle
in
Doug.
clutch.
He
Yes.
owns the weather machine as well, so that's he dictates whether we pop
He
the sunroof
dictates,
or not.
yes.
So okay, what's
Yes.
next? So that's all the parts of the plates.
Yes.
So you want to talk about the crown?
Yeah, so essentially what the crown is basically the initial
Crown.
coronation of King George VI, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
and Queen Elizabeth I back in 1933. Yeah, so that's what the crown is actually the identification of. And it's just been part of the plate ever since.
Yeah, since the first plate. So I'll put a
Yes.
picture of the first
Yeah.
plate. It's like a really old style.
It
and-
was the first plate was actually a porcelain plate. So
Mm.
we use aluminum plates right now.
Yeah, porcelain.
Metal, like easy flexible aluminum plates. The first ever plate in I think it was 1933, was it?
something like that.
Something like that.
In the 30s, yeah.
In the 30s, that's where they used to use a porcelain plate just for that
It
one.
might have been
year.
1926.
Yeah, 1922. It was just the one porcelain plate. That's
yeah,
it.
the black one. Yeah.
The black one.
And I think they were, I don't know what they were in like the 80s or 90s because I see those rust.
So the 80s or
Were they
90s,
steel? Or
they were.
I'll put it on the screen. I'm
I
not
think
sure
those
about
were
those.
stainless steel.
Stainless steel?
Yeah, because those ones they used to rot. like
Yeah,
you
they
were
used to
saying.
rust and
Yeah,
whatever. I'll
these
put a
ones,
picture of
the
those.
thing with the aluminum ones, they don't tend to rust unless
They
a
don't
lot
rust.
of water
They
sticks on
corrode,
it.
but they won't rust.
They
Like
corrode.
this one's
so-
corroded because this one's from 2002.
Yeah,
See the back, it's like all corroded and stuff. You can't really see.
it's minor corrosion.
But this is like more of a clean one.
Yeah.
Right? The B plate.
So the corrosion isn't as bad.
Yeah. You can still see the numbers and all that, right? Even on you see a bunch of A plates that are still clean, right?
Yeah, a lot of A plates. I have the ones on my grandpa's Corolla, the A plate. It's still in really good condition, like brand new.
Yeah.
Key to keep your plate in good condition is having a plate cover on it.
Yeah.
I know that the tinted ones, smoked ones, are not allowed in
Yeah.
Canada. I know in
Yeah.
Ontario itself, you're not supposed to have a
Any
plate
cover.
on,
Yeah.
any cover on it. But if the dealer gives you one, or
Yeah.
you buy one the entire clear one,
Clear one, cops won't bother you.
cops won't bother you.
Even tinted ones, they won't bother you as much, but you're more likely to
More
get
likely.
harassed, right? If you get a really
Remember-
tinted one, just
Yes.
obviously you're asking for it, right?
But at the end of the day, guys, remember the covers are used only for show purposes.
Yeah,
not,
only for off-road.
not off-road
Yeah, yeah.
purposes. So
Yeah,
just
but
remember,
you can run
guys.
clear ones. Clear ones,
You can run
no
clear
one
ones.
care. Even cops won't care if you want a clear
Bro,
one. Right?
imagine you get like OPP at her door the next day.
Imagine they send us a letter, cease and desist to fucking
Cease and
take down the
desist,
video.
take down the
Imagine
video.
like Ferrari.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Okay, what's next?
So we had the plates. We're going to the first plate. We're talking about the program.
Okay, the YOM program, YOM program.
Yes.
So this is a special program. Not a lot of people know about it.
Even I
But
don't know
there's
about it.
yeah. So there's actually a special website called ONT Plates, Ontario Plates, right? They sell 1973 plates. Basically, that's all they sell. They sell other stuff, but mostly they sell 1973 plates. The reason why is because, so basically Ontario, the plates are not registered to the car. They don't stay in the car. They stay with you. They're in your name, right? So once you get a new car, you gotta put those plates on a new car, right? And the new owner has to put their new plates on their car. So the plate doesn't stay with the car. So, but for example, if you have a really old car, you don't have a really old plate. It's unlikely you have a really old plate, right? Unless you're the original owner, things like that, right? So the YOM program is if you have a car that's older than 1973, as long as the year of the plate matches the year of the car, and as long as the plate number is not taken by a custom plate, you can run that on your car. So if you don't know, so you might ask, well, how can the plate number be taken by a custom plate if it's already a plate that exists, right? So if it's a plate that's made before 1980, that's before they went digital. So the plates weren't, as long as you don't keep the plate in your name, registered to a car, it's up for grabs basically. So that's what my plate is. My plate is 389 MAY. So it's a 3-letter, 3-number plate, but I still got it as a custom plate, right? Because it's not registered, it's not being used on a car. So that's how you can get a custom plate, and that's how a lot of these guys, right? So basically, it's up to cars until 73. That's the rule, right? So if you have the same year, same car, same year, you can run those plates. You can get it registered legally, right? As long as it's not taken, obviously. So up to 81, so 74 to 81. If you have a car that's a 1974 to 1981 model year, you can also get only 1973 plates. So 1973 plates have the slogan "Keep it beautiful," and they're kind of rare, but those are the only year. For some reason, I don't know why, you can only register 73 plate on a car from 74 to 81 legally. You can register, and that's a loophole actually. So the only way you can register it is if the sticker is the same year as your car, and it's a loophole with the rules of the program.
So it's kind of like in the UK.
Oh yeah,
UK, I've heard like it's based on the year of your cars. It has a plate like say 15
Okay,
plate,
yeah.
So I guess it's kind of like that.
Yeah, but I know in some places you don't keep the plate. The plate stays with the car as you register it.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
like how the UK works. So
Okay.
in Ontario, how it works is the plate stays with the owner.
Yeah.
However, the insurance is for the car.
Yeah.
Unlike in the UK, the insurance is for the driver, but the plate stays with the car.
Okay, I see.
So that's how it works.
Yeah, so that's basically the YOM program. Another loophole, it's not the most legal, but I've seen people do it and it's actually kind of cool. So if you get a 1973 plate, right? And that plate is obviously it's before 1980, and if that plate number is available on the custom plate website, if you buy that custom plate, have that custom plate registered to your car, and you buy that 1973 plate with the same exact number, you can run the 1973 plate on your car, because on your ownership, that's the number plate that shows on your car. So you don't have to run the custom plate. You can run the original 1973 plate that has the same number because it's not taken, right?
Yeah, it's not taken.
And you can register legally. It's the same exact number on your car, right? So that's another loophole, which is a little bit more sketchy. It might be less legal. The one with the sticker is more legal. That's like been proven, right?
Yes.
But you can definitely run that. I thought about running it too, but those 1973 plates, they're not cheap too.
They're very expensive. It's like in Dubai. If you don't know, in Dubai, the less characters your plate has, the more valuable it is.
Yeah, for sure.
I've heard there's some plates that sell for, with 3 letters, sell for 60,000 dirhams, which if you convert it to Canadian dollars, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. And those like the millionaires run the one digit plates.
1 digit plates.
So basically, in Ontario, we don't have that for the most part, right? Because you can't really buy a plate and have it in your name because it's in someone else's name, right?
Yes.
You can buy plates, but you can't legally register them on a car in your name.
Unless you get them to transfer it into your name.
Yeah, or unless it's like a father giving it to the son, like inherited plates. You can do that too.
Yes.
But I'm not sure the certain rules on that. You have to look that up. But that's the only way you can really get another plate from someone else and register it legally on your car. So that's basically the YOM program. It exists for motorcycles too, but we're not going to get into that because it's not about
Yes, so we went to this, so
motorcycles.
we're talking about now the 80s, 90s.
80s and 90s. So we had 3 numbers, 3-letter plates for a long time until late 90s.
It was from, if I'm not mistaken, it's from the early 80s until 1996.
That's when the A plate's 97, right?
97 is when the A plate started.
Yeah.
So those 3-letter plates, like what Rashid said, they're 3 letters and 3 numbers.
Yeah, no, 3 numbers first.
3 numbers first, followed
yeah.
by 3 letters. Yes.
Yeah, so I believe in the early 90s, they switched from, so they had, obviously license plates are sequential if you don't know. So it starts from AAA001, right?
And they'll go like that.
Yeah, so but before like, I think 92, something like that. I'll put the number on the screen what it actually is. Before 92, it was a bit all over the place. It wasn't perfectly sequential.
Yes.
They didn't go perfectly
Because
by
I
the
think
numbers.
what happened is that was around the time where each ministry, because it depends also which service Ontario you go to.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point, like each service Ontario was getting a different amount, like a different section. Like how it works now is example for on DC plates, right?
Yeah.
All service Ontario will only get DC plates.
Yeah, until that's over.
Until that's over, and then they'll start distributing evenly.
Yeah.
I guess how this system worked is they were just splitting it. Okay, this letter to this letter, one service Ontario get.
Could be.
This to that.
Could
That
be.
kind of explains why it was all over the place.
But around 92, they switched to W. W was the first letter of the sort of organized place, the system that we have today, right? So it started with 3 numbers and then W, then 3 numbers, then X, 3 numbers, then Y, 3 numbers, then Z. Once it got to 999ZZZ, then we switched to the A plates. That's when we got rid of the 3 number because we depleted them, right? So
A plate's a pretty nice system,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
So
I like it.
now we get to the A plates, which is 97,
Yes.
which is when they're introduced, which is this one. So obviously it goes AAA001, and then it goes all the way to AZZZ 999, right?
Yes.
And another thing is the letters, you can't get all the 26 letters on this plate. So there's 4 letters that you can't get on a plate, on a standard plate. You can get them on a custom plate. So it's going to be Q, I, O, and U. The reason is Q is like 0, I is like 1, U is like, what is U? Like kind of 0, I guess.
And I think there's also one more, there's G.
G. Is it?
Yeah, G you can't get added. But I've never
Okay.
seen G.
Okay, I didn't know.
We'll have
that,
to do more research.
We'll have to do more research. I'll
If
put on
it's
the
true,
screen.
we'll post a picture about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the 4 that I know for sure you can't get on a standard plate because of the numbers. You can't get it on a custom plate though. They are allowed to get it on a custom plate, yeah.
that's not bad.
But about custom plates, you can't get, like if someone has a certain custom plate, right? You cannot switch I with 1 and get it approved. It will get rejected.
Yes.
I've tried it before. It's got rejected, right? So, yeah. So that's basically it for A plates. What is there anything notable about A plates? So A plates have this little thing.
Yeah.
Only on A plates. There's no other plates that have it.
I would say A plates are the most durable plate, I would say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
A plates, if you know, but if you live in Ontario, you know that plates that usually start with B letter had an issue where they would start to bubble.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we
We'll
talk
get to
about
that when we
B
talk
plates,
to B. But A plates,
Yeah.
A plates are been around for a long time, and they're really like durable plates.
They're made very well.
And also one key, my grandpa actually taught me this was, if you have an older plate and a police officer sees you, right? Even if you're doing a minor infraction, they tend to respect you, thinking that you're an older driver.
Yeah.
So you tend to, the chances of you getting pulled over is less than someone having a new plate.
Yeah.
That's a loophole, I've heard.
Yeah, for sure.
OPP, don't come after me, please.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there might be some officers that don't really know about it.
Yeah.
But the ones that are probably older officers that actually
Yes, like
been around
actually
it,
are into cars and stuff,
yeah,
tend to know about this.
or into cars, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They would definitely be more lenient, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, and A plates, I've seen a lot of them on the road. None of them have been that deteriorated.
No.
Like B plates, we're gonna get to B plates, but B plates are terrible, basically.
Terrible garbage plates.
Like compared to B plates, you see no A plates that are like repainted,
Right.
sketchy, like people trying to tape it back together and things like that. A plates are really solid, pretty much. Yeah.
And the A plate, example, my grandfather, he has a plate AL. And it's been in a couple of car accidents. The plate is still, like, it's falling apart, but it's not bubbling. The plate, it's like, it's cracked in a couple of
Yeah,
places.
I know the quality was just way better back then. Like the build, even the paint was better, I guess.
They were made, if I'm not mistaken, in the Milton, Ontario plant. If I'm not, I think it's called Tricor.
Yeah, but they even made the V plates too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess they had an issue between. It's kind of like the Agent Civics.
Yeah, yeah.
Agent Civic, yeah. So,
but yeah, so that the A plates ended in 06, right?
right at the,
06?
they ended, I would say 06 of September or so.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 06 September. So
That's when the B plate started. So once we got rid of once we got to AZZZ 999, we went to BAAA 001. So this is an example of a B plate with a temp sticker, like I was talking about before.
Yes.
This is BWZP.
This one, I think it's been off a car for a long time.
Yeah.
Hence why it was probably in that car flipping scheme.
Yeah. So most likely, what would happen with this plate, since it has a T sticker, the guy probably got this for this car when he first bought it, and he had another set of plates. He just put those on and took these off. That's why they're such good condition. But this is very hard to find as a B plate in good condition. The later ones, I don't know. I think you said they all had problems, but the later ones, I see them, they're decent.
I would say after so this is BWX. I would say after BW. So this
Maybe.
is BW, if I'm not mistaken, would have been about end of 2013 roughly. Because these plates came out at the end of 06.
Yeah.
My dad had a plate BH in 09, and that
my
started
dad had
bubbling
BH in 09 as well.
09?
And then he got in 2015, I believe, BX.
Yeah, so must have been 2014 or so when the plates started changing their quality again.
Yeah. So the problem with B plates, they had a manufacturing problem with Tricor. It was also the same company, but they peeled, and I think it took a couple of years for people to notice that they started peeling.
Yeah.
And by then it was pretty late. So a bunch of B plates. I don't think I put it, but a bunch of B plates are peeling. So people would bring them back, and these plates have 3-year warranties from the manufacturer. If it's beyond the warranty, you have to pay to replace them. So if you had a B plate that was peeling, you're in a sort of difficult position because you have this plate that was given to you that you paid for, and it's messed up. And if you don't get it fixed,
3 years.
Yeah, if you don't get it fixed within 3 years, you don't get replacements for free. And also, if you don't get it fixed, then cops are gonna pull you over because their plates are peeling. But I've seen a lot of them still peeled off.
So
people
if you do get a ticket, it'll most likely be for failure to display plate.
Yeah, or something like that. $110 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like you're stuck in a situation, right? And you gotta pay another $59 to get new plates if you got peeling plates. Or, to be honest, if I had peeling plates, I would leave it.
Yeah.
I would just run it because like
seen
photo cameras, things like that,
Yeah.
harder time picking it up.
I've seen a lot of people do is when they plates start peeling, they do get a clear cover and just put it on top. So they're able to keep.
But people get creative. Like people have been like taping them back together. Like the guy I told you had B plate with saran wrap on it, like clear saran. I don't know what you call it, cling wrap or something, cling film. He had to wrap the whole plate with that, right? But people get creative, right? And if you have a really old plate that's peeling, like a standard plate, right? You don't really have much options other than to just get new plates. But people don't really want new plates, right? Like my dad has Y plates, so the old 90s plates from 95. He has the same plate as mine, but reversed. So it's 389 YAM, and it's a standard plate, right? And his was peeling. His was like, it got to basically the B plate where it's just aluminum.
Yeah.
It got to that point, yeah. Because he ran it like, that's like plates for his daily, right? on every car he had. He just put it on and ran in winter and all that, and they got beat up, right?
Yeah.
So when I was like 13, I repainted them. Actually, yeah.
Oh,
So I taped them up and I repainted them with Canadian Tire blue paint, and they're still holding up. They're still decent.
That's good.
But the thing is, with plates like that, cops won't really bother you because they're seeing that you're not trying to you're not trying to
invade anything.
you're not trying to like.
You're not,
I don't know how to say it.
trying to essentially break the rules.
Yeah, you're not trying to break the law. You're trying to abide by the law, but you don't want to pay for new plates. You know? Or you're attached to that plate. You don't want to get rid of that plate.
Because
right?
if you do end up getting a new plate, you would have to pay the $300 custom plate fee if you want the same
plate.
one.
Yeah.
And you won't get the crown in the middle.
Yeah, that's another thing. We're gonna get to that in custom plates.
Yes.
So yeah, that's B plates. Nothing much special about that.
No.
They ran until 2015.
B
16?
plate is more like the middle child.
Yeah.
It's kind of the one that's left out.
Yeah. And they're actually more rare now because a lot of them were destroyed.
Yes.
So a lot of the people got them.
I would say now the rarity with an A plate and a B plate is very similar now.
Yeah. A plate because the age, B plate because the peeling.
Yes.
So yeah, they're pretty similar.
And a lot of people, believe it or not, a lot of people who still have A plates are still original owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and why don't we touch on that? So you can tell if a car is an original owner with pretty good accuracy based on the plate. So so me and him, we know like the first two letters of the plate, we know generally when it's been made, right? I think you more than me. Like, I know a few of them.
Like I'll be honest with you, like example, AZ was made August of 06.
Yeah, there you go.
Or like CF September of 2018.
Yeah, so this is like pretty deep, right? You don't need to know all this.
We're not stalkers. We're
Yeah.
But basically, highly intelligent.
The use of that is if you see like a super clean car, like an all original old car, and you see the plate, and you can deduce by the first two letters of this plate whether or not it's an original owner with really good accuracy. The reason why it's not 100% is because there is the possibility that the plate is made around the same time of the car, but it wasn't the original owner. So if it's the second owner, but they had an old plate that they just put on the car, it could be that, you know?
It's like the example for my grandfather. He has a plate AL, but he's running it on an 07 RDX that he just bought. But with that too, he purchased from an original owner. Yeah. That car's plates was AZ when we bought the car.
And a lot of the time, not all the time, a lot of the time if it's a newer car than the plate, it's mostly going to be original owner. And you can tell by the car too. You can tell by the condition of the car. If it's not super beat up, if it's like kept in pristine condition, you can tell it's probably original owner, you know. And there's certain characteristics, like if it doesn't have any tint, if it you know, things like that, right? You can just tell most of the time.
And also by the driver's age.
Yeah.
Like not being like
of course.
But if you know by the drivers, they look like an experienced driver. You know by the plate. Okay,
you can tell like this guy has this old plate. It's original owner car.
Most of the time, actually, in most cases, people tend to have their plates longer than the car. Yeah, which is common
because the plate's in your name, and a lot of the time people go to the dealership, right, to buy a car. The dealership will ask you, "Do you want to transfer your plates?" Instead of paying $60, you can just transfer your old plates. And
you pay half the,
or it's like $10.
You pay
the
something
$10 small,
fee
right?
to transfer.
Just transfer plates, right? So
yes. No, sorry, my guy. It's a typical $32 fee
for the ownership, right? But not for the plates. You don't have to pay for new plates.
You transfer the plates, $30.
Oh, is it included with that?
Because when I did my Lexus buyout, I had to pay $30 to transfer.
Okay, I didn't know that. But I think, you know, well, this is another thing. We'll do another video probably. But on like dealer fees, I think when my dad bought his Corolla, they just charged him $10 for the plate transfer.
Something they avoided.
It's all, you know, there's dealers.
They avoided.
That's why we don't buy for dealers. That's why we made this video on how to get plates and register your car yourself, right? So okay, what's next? We got sidetracked again. Yeah. So what's next?
So we did that. We're gonna talk about the C plates.
Okay, so C plates. So C plates started in. I have a C plate right here.
Yeah. So C plates started in, I would say, August of 2016. I remember this because I went on a trip to Dominican Republic, and when I came back, I started seeing all these CA plates, and I got scared. I was like, I was gone for a week. What happened? 11-year-old me was scared, thinking I entered a new planet. Okay. Yeah. But yeah.
So C plates have a few interesting things. Yes. So CA. Was a special font, so I'll put it on the screen, but it's a special font. The reason why is because Ontario couldn't keep up with the demand.
And that issue with tricolor as well, because the tricolor was still they were trying to dispute and figure out troubleshoot the issue as to why the plates were peeling. Yeah. So I guess for temporary, they ended up sourcing out from Nova Scotia. Yeah. That's why the font's different. If you do, I think if I'm honest, it is similar to the Nova Scotia font, is it?
I think it's a bit similar. I'm not sure, but it would make sense because it's made the same plant as the Nova Scotia. So yeah, they contracted it out to Nova Scotia, which made the CA. I think it was only CA.
Just
I don't think it was CB. It was CA.
It was CAM something to CAS or something. Like
something like that. But it was like 30K plates.
35,000.
So they are a bit rare. They are a bit rare. But you do see them around. They're not the crazy rare plates. So you do see them around. But it's cool when you see it. It's something different, right? And it's a valid plate.
Those are holding up really well, I would say.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
they're
one
pretty
bubble
good.
at all. No bubbles.
Maybe we should get all our plates from Nova Scotia. Right?
Oh yeah, just call Nova Scotia. You'll make these.
So CA, basically CB until like CN, I think. Normal, just like normal font. CM to, I think it was only CM.
Yeah, it was just CM.
CM.
They did a special plate.
Doug Ford's plates.
Effective February 1st, 2020.
Okay, yeah.
So February 1st, 2020, they came up with these new plates which are blue.
The blue plate.
With the slogan, I think it's a place to grow.
A place to grow.
Place to grow.
And those plates are flat as well. They're not
Flat.
embossed.
No embossed.
They're flat, dark blue, and
They look nice.
They look decent. They look decent. But the only problem was if you're gonna hit and run, you're screwed because you cannot see the plate at night.
Because the problem is the way those plates were done, they used a reflective paint. So what happened is essentially instead of just the numbers being reflective, just like on the C plates, regular plate, this one the whole plate was reflective. So if someone hits you in the night, no one can see. You can literally rack up a $10,000 407 bill, and they won't even know what plate it was.
And if you have that blue plate with a tinted cover, you're set. Basically, you're good.
You're good, bro.
Like you don't have to worry about.
You can be the next. You can be the next Squeeze Benz.
Yeah, there you go.
Squeeze Benz cousin, bro.
But make sure it's not in your name. Make sure the plate's not in your name. But those are like getting expensive. Those
and
blue
I've
plates.
heard. I don't know if it's true. My buddy was telling me. He was telling me that apparently those plates, you can't transfer them. Apparently, something they said they were sending letters out saying that those plates can no longer be transferred to any other vehicle.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's true because I did see a brand new CRV the other day with those plates.
Okay. Maybe. Well, obviously depends on Service Ontario.
Depends.
If you get a chill guy, he'll just transfer it.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But also those are easier for speed cameras, red light cameras to read. That's probably why they did it, because they wanted more revenue from that. Make it easier for the camera. Yeah. I read that. It's actually. Yeah.
Okay, so camera died.
Camera died. So we were talking about the C plates
with the covers. If you put a blue
cover, yeah. If you put a cover on a C plate, you're good.
You're set for life.
On a CM plate, the years to go. So another cool thing about those, this is one of the rarest Ontario plate.
Yeah.
Modern Ontario plate. If you get one of those styles with a French slogan.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I don't know where you can get that. Would it be up in East Coast?
I see a lot in Ottawa.
Yeah.
But near when you're going closer to Quebec, if you go to Service Ontario's in Ontario, you have the option to get a French slogan. So it's basically a regular plate, but instead of yours to discovers, it says "Temps à découvrir" right here.
Yes.
But I don't remember what it says, but the blue style with the French slogan, it said a different. Written down?
Yeah,
it says
it's cool.
En plein soir.
En plein
soir. What does that mean? In full.
It's probably like a place to grow by like French, essentially.
Okay. But Ontario is known for not translating into French very good.
Yeah.
So that's one of the very rare plates, because French slogan plates are already rare. So those French slogan plates, they start with F. So they're standard plate, but they start with F, have a crown in the middle, and they're just sequential like all the other plates.
Yeah. As of right now, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's like FAA.
Yeah.
They don't sell much.
There's some. No, it's on FA, but it's different.
Yeah, but they don't sell as much.
But a lot of people don't know about it. I feel like if people knew more about it.
Probably back.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of people don't know about it, so they don't really get it. But if people knew about it, they might opt for it. But it's still an FA something, or FB. It could be FB.
No, it was FAA something. Because I looked on the there's a plate website.
It's not FAA because I've seen FA with another letters. Another one, yeah. So I don't know. It's somewhere very early because people don't know about it. But I think my next plate I'll get in Ottawa.
And
FA just for the collection, because if you guys don't know how to have all these plates, because I have a plate collection.
Yeah. But she's trying to do like a full setup.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Yeah. We'll see. When we do TB Tech Garage.
Oh yeah.
We'll have a plate wall.
Bro, I feel like TB Tech Garage is gonna be like we need something long, something big.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll get sidetracked again.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, that's the problem with us. We get sidetracked.
So that's pretty much it for C plates, I think.
Yeah.
After that, they went back to I think C.
What's after M? CP.
Wait, was it only CM that was the blue?
CM and CN, both of them.
Oh, okay. So after that, they went to the regular plate,
CP.
back to the regular plate, until the end of 2023.
Yes.
Where you got
right
D plates.
December D plates.
So this is the current plate. Right now it's on DD. It's not DE yet. No. It's gonna come up soon because we're running through DD. But this is the current plate. It starts with D. Same style, same thing, same everything. Crown there. Yeah, this is a standard right now. What you see. I don't know. Should we talk about like, you know what I mean? Like if you see like a certain type of car with a D plate.
Like what do you Honestly,
Like depending on the region where you're residing, if you see a certain car. We won't get into that. We won't get into
we
that.
don't want to think it's like the problem is we don't want to get killed. But at the same point, at the same time, yo, we have to be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. If you see D plates in Brampton, run, run. No, run. I'm being honest with you.
Not just that, but if you see D plates on an Elantra,
Sonata?
a newer Elantra because they're leased, right? A newer Elantra,
Sonatas.
a Volkswagen Jetta, new Jetta, or so it's those two, right? Yeah, or 09 to what is it? Oh, it's the Corolla after that gen. 09 to
09 to 13.
09 to 13 Corolla. If you see one of those with a D plate, mostly DC or DD, run the other way. Change lanes. Get away from them.
Okay.
Or if you see an old Camry, I mean like 90s, like 99. You know those years?
Yeah.
Those Camrys, yeah. Run away. What else?
Especially if you're at Torbram and Steels, run away.
Yeah.
Like run away.
Yeah.
What else?
There's more. We won't get into that.
If you see a Wrangler,
if you see a Wrangler with a spare tire but no tire, it's just the wheel.
Just park your car and walk away from the car.
Yeah. Or if you see a Challenger, but those have C plates mostly.
No, Challengers, I think the driver is actually more responsible in my opinion.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or if you see like a 3 Series.
3 Series, maybe. Yeah. F30.
F30.
Yeah. Okay, so that's another sidetrack. Where are we now? So we're done with D plates. D plates are not that interesting.
No, nothing interesting.
They're just the newest plates. At the time we're filming this video, it's DD. It's gonna go on to DE soon.
Yes.
So we went to that. Custom plates.
No,
okay.
That's a lot. Yes.
Well, I can put them on the screen. So custom plates. How do you get custom plates? We should start with that because we need how to get
There
plates.
is a Ontario website. If you just simply go on your Google search bar and search up Custom Plates Ontario, it'll bring you to the ministry website. From there, you're allowed to select 3 options.
Yeah.
To send in for a request.
Yeah. So you gotta put your license number.
Yeah.
So you can
Your
use
information.
Ontario license number or register number or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you gotta click the accept whatever. Then it'll bring you to the menu where you have 3 options like you said. So you can have that's how you tell if a plate is taken or not. You can search as many as you want to see if it's taken or not.
And I'll tell you if
It'll tell
it's
you
not
it's
taken. You can send it for a request of approval.
Yeah.
You have to pay, if I'm not mistaken, it's $300 for the plates.
Yeah, it's
$312, is it?
$310 for just a custom plate.
Yes.
So that's 8 characters, letters and numbers. Any letters and numbers. So you can use those. The letters that I said are not available for regular plates. You can use those on a custom plate. It won't get denied. So if you want a graphic plate, which is also a type of custom plate, it's $82. So those are just the regular graphic plates, not the custom graphic plates.
Yeah. So those will come. That has a different number sequence.
Yeah.
It's a mix of both numbers.
So it's gonna be 2 numbers, 2 letters corresponding to the graphic.
Oh.
And then 2 numbers. So it's gonna be 2 numbers, 2 letters, 2 numbers, and the 2 letters like for Raptors. I think it's what is it? I can't remember. RA, yeah. So it's 2 numbers, RA, and then 2 numbers.
Okay.
And I'll have the Raptors logo on the side. I'll put a picture of those.
Yes.
But that's the regular one you can get for $82, right? So if you want a custom plate and a graphic plate, it's gonna be $336.
That is the extra fees to get the logo
the graphic.
Yeah.
And on those you can't get 8 characters. You can only get up to 6 characters because
Makes
the
sense.
graphic takes up 2 spots, right? So that's basically custom plates. You can get rejected. It's very easy to get rejected because now they're very sensitive on what you can get on a custom plate. So anything like political, if you have any hidden message that's sort of inappropriate, they'll reject you, right? So that's one way to get rejected. If you have a plate that you order that's too close to a plate that already exists. So it can be like 1 character, like extra, like you can have like a word and then number 1, right? You can have different numbers, but if you have like one that has a 1 and an I, it'll get rejected. Or an A and a 4 will get rejected because you can't just because it's too close, right? It's too close to the actual plate, right? So okay, there's that. So in the 90s, you could get custom plates, but you can't get 8 characters. It was maxed to 7. Before that, it was 6. So when did custom plates come out? I don't know. It was like 60s, right, or something.
It was. I think
it wasn't 60s.
It was in the 80s, no?
80s, probably something. I'll put.
We'll find it. We'll stick it.
Yeah. So after the year 2000, you could get 8 characters. Before that, you can only get 7 characters. So another thing, right? In the 90s, before the year 2000, you could get a crown on your custom plate. You can't do that anymore. So people say there's hacks and stuff. You could put a star or a
crown right at the.
You know the star, like the. I don't know. Bro, I can't think right now. It's late. We just did a lot of work and we're just.
Which is the star for the.
Like on your keyboard, the star. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You could put
the
that
asterisk.
Asterisk or something like that. Yeah. On the custom plate thing, it doesn't work. I've tried everything.
Okay.
Trust me, I've tried everything. It doesn't work. So you can get creative, like I got creative.
And then So yeah.
So we were talking about custom plates. So you can get creative, like I got creative, and I put my own crown there.
Yeah.
And no one's wiser. You know, no one really cares unless you're like us and you really pay attention to these plates. Someone's sliding their Venza right here.
Yeah, Renzo sliding.
With a BW plate.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so you can get creative, and I just put a crown in the middle of my plate, and no one really cares. And I put a plate frame to cover the crown. So if you don't know custom plates, you get the crown on the side, on the bottom side.
Bottom right, yes.
And on older ones, you can get the crown on the top left. I've seen that too.
Oh yeah.
But what I was saying about the 90s custom plates, if you get a crown on a custom plate on the 90s, right? So any custom plate you have, you can always get new ones if they're damaged, lost, blah blah blah, whatever, right? You gotta pay the full $310 again. So if you got a plate from the 90s, they will actually recreate the crown for you. So it will be an embossed crown. It's big. It's a big crown in the middle, and I'll put a picture of that. And you also get the crown on the corner.
Oh.
Yeah. So they'll recreate your plate number with the embossed crown and the just the vinyl crown, like the regular crown, and they'll put it on in the middle of your or wherever it was on the custom plate when you ordered it, right?
Take me back to the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
Really?
Imagine, bro.
Imagine, man. Oh my God. There's so many plates I'll recreate.
Yeah, that'd be sick. And back then it was probably easier to get stuff approved too.
Yeah, man. Like,
Now everything's like political and like everyone's sensitive. It's hard to get even a cool plate, right? There was a guy that had 666, but it wasn't like that. It was like 6 spelled S-I-X, and then the number 6, and then like the Roman numeral for 6, something like that. And he had the plate, and then they like took it away from him or something. Seized it or something.
I can't lie. I could see my Civic running an A plate.
Yeah.
What I might do is like when my grandpa stops driving.
Yeah.
I'm not praying that he stops driving, but like
yeah.
if he stops,
Yeah.
I would get his plate. I would ask him to transfer the plate to me.
Yeah.
I would throw it on the square.
And another hack, right? So this is something I just thought of, right? I don't know if it's possible, but I thought of this, right? If you're like me, you want an older style plate and you want to get it as a custom plate, but you don't want people to know it's a custom plate. Here's what you can do. You can do what I did and put the crown in the middle, but you can get an A plate, just like you said. You can get an A plate as long as you use one of those 4 letters that's not available on the standard plate. So if you get an A plate and you put an I somewhere in there in the 4 letters, most likely I think it will get accepted, yeah, because it's not offensive, it's not any of that blah blah blah.
No. As long as it's in the guidelines.
Yeah, and also the thing that I was saying is about like if it's too close to an actual plate that it'll get rejected. The thing is it's not too close to an actual plate because those letters were never used on an actual plate, right? So if you get like say A, I, J, K, 3 numbers, you could most likely it'll get accepted. And same thing for B plate, C plate.
Or if you want to go the safe route, what you could do is, example, if you have a plate, let's say AEKL, right? 500. Let's just say, example, you want to get it a custom, right? You can instead make the E a 3.
Yeah. Oh no, that will get
was
rejected.
similar?
That'll get rejected.
Really?
Yeah. Or no, 3 in E, I'm not sure. 4 in A, I in 1.
If anything, you can make
Q
it
in
4,
0.
3, KN, and then do something.
Yeah, you can get creative.
Yeah.
But that's a way. I'm not sure 100% because I haven't tried it. But if you want to try it out, you know,
Go for it.
right?
And let us know in the comments.
Yeah. In the worst case, they'll reject it. They'll send you a check in the mail for what you paid for it.
Oh yeah, they do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's okay. So there's one plate that I want to just mention. It's a Star Trek plate.
Yeah,
So it's a super rare graphic plate that was only available for 4 years, and apparently it's really rare. I've never seen one. Have you seen it?
No.
I've never seen one. I only recently learned about it today when I was researching for this video. But yeah, that's it for custom plates basically.
Yeah. Right now we're gonna go to the
other
Ontario
plates. So we already mentioned French plates. So dealer plates. So there's 2 types of dealer plates that you might see. So there's the yellow one, which I think is more common now. I've seen more yellow ones.
The yellow one, essentially, it was actually the original dealer plate. They were used up until, if I'm not mistaken, the mid 2000s, and then they discontinued those plates. Right now, those plates are the ones you would see at the ministry. If you go to Service Ontario, you can rent those plates. If I'm not mistaken, it's $75 a day to rent the plate. How they rent the plate, they register it into your license for temporary, and you're able to rent the plate if you want to purchase a car and drive it to the spot.
Yeah.
You can drive it and then go back to the ministry and return the plates.
Yeah.
And then if you want, the plates right now we have is the white plate with the red lettering.
Yeah, white and red.
Those
has
ones,
dealer on the side. Like
yes,
that.
has dealer on the side. Those plates are usually what now new dealerships everybody has.
Yeah.
They either put them in a bag or they easily just mount them onto the car.
Yeah.
And one thing guys know is in Ontario, for a car you get 2 plates. You get one for the front, one for the back. You always have to display both plates.
Yeah.
However, for a dealer plate you only just get one, which you put on the back of the car.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And also dealer plate you can put on any car, so you don't need to have insurance on it and all that stuff because you have insurance on the plate.
Yes, the plate is only insured.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's basically dealer plates. Not much interesting.
Nothing special about the dealer plates.
So diplomat plates. So these are red plates. Usually you're gonna see them in Ottawa. I always see them growing up because I'm from Ottawa. I always saw them growing up. So it's actually you can decode them. So you can tell who's driving it based on the letters and numbers, right?
And you're talking about the diplomat plate as in the one that's red background
Red
with the
and
white
white,
writing.
yes.
Okay.
They're sick, bro. If you see a black Benz with a red plate, yo, that's sick.
I've seen
S-Class.
I've seen Escalades, black Escalades
Yeah.
before. They're nice.
They're sick. So basically, I'm gonna decode it for you. So the CD, basically it's CDT and then 3 numbers, and it has a white crown in the middle. So if you see a plate starting with CD, it's a diplomat, ambassador, or head of missions. So head of missions, they'll use the numbers 010 to 019. So 10 to 19, those are reserved for only ambassadors or head of missions. So if you see a CC plate with the same red and white, it's going to be a consular. XT plate is non-diplomatic embassy staff. XOR, which XT and XOR, I haven't really seen them.
I've never seen them. No.
Even in Ottawa, I've seen CD and CC.
I've seen CC,
Yeah.
but I've seen some of the plates in CCD.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that's for the CD.
Maybe I have, but I haven't been paying
I've
attention.
never
But
seen, no, I've never seen
basically,
that.
XOR is for foreign missions without diplomatic status.
Oh.
So yeah, that's basically it for diplomat plates. Now truck plates. So
So-
you're gonna get into this.
Okay.
He
so
has trucks, so he knows.
I have
about truck
trucks. So
plates.
you know, I have a trucking company on the side. So truck plates, if you want to quickly go through how you would register a truck.
Yeah.
So to register a truck, it's a little bit different, I would say, than getting a passenger vehicle. So when you register a truck, you will register to your business name. So in order to obtain a truck registration, you have to first get a CVOR for your business. CVR is essentially commercial vehicle operating registration. So that little license, it's usually a 9-digit number that you would use to register your vehicles to put on the road. So in order to register a vehicle in the ministry, they would ask you for your CVOR number, which, you know, when you go to the ministry for cars, they would ask for your license number. In this case, you would use your CVOR number. You would have to have proof of insurance as well, and you would have to have, if I'm not mistaken, a 36-day safety. You don't need the actual vehicle safety, because the trucks get, so if you don't know, commercial vehicles get annual safety done.
Yeah.
So if the annual safety is still active, you just only need the 36-day safety.
And those are like strict safeties, eh?
Those, yes, they're very safe. They're very strict because they charge on average, if I'm not mistaken, it's $250 an axle.
Oh,
So they pull out all the wheels, they actually measure the brakes and everything, and it's a full inspection. It's more stricter than having a car inspection done, right? But these are commercial vehicles, they're big vehicles, have to be on the
For
road.
sure.
Yeah. So then you would get that. You essentially, I think you would have to pay the sales tax in the ministry again. But what else is different about them is forgot. It's the CVR. You do the plate, and then you register it essentially to your business. You don't register it to your personal name. It's more like to your business. And then you have to pay for stickers. So they do have registration stickers. So how the sticker works is it depends on the total gross weight. How they calculate the gross weight is once you connect your truck to a trailer and you're fully loaded, what's the maximum towing capacity your truck can do with the truck and trailer attached?
That's GVWR, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So example, for the trucks I run, we usually do a gross weight of 40,000 kilos, 40,000 kilograms. And with that, essentially, they have a fee set for each weight range. So I just paid today, actually, for 3 months of registration. It came to $794. So they're expensive, but at the same time, with commercial vehicles, you're able to bring that revenue back pretty quick. So it's kind of like an operating expense in a way. So in terms of plates wise, there's 2 different plates. One is called the IRP plate, which is essentially a plate you would use if you're doing work outside of Ontario. And there's another one which is a 2 letters followed by 5 numbers. That's the plate you would use if you do city work or do business within Ontario. So the out of Ontario plates that you use to transfer, like if you're going to the US and stuff, there used to be a 6-digit plate, which is 4 numbers followed by 2 letters at the end. And now they've changed it to where it's 2 numbers at the start, followed by, instead of 5 numbers, attached together. So you would see the new plate would be PA. They stood at PA followed by 5 numbers. Prior, it used to be just like the 6-digit Ontario car plates.
Black font.
Black font. So it's a white plate, black font. And if it's an American, if it's like an IRP plate, it would say on the side PRP. Just like how it says dealer, it would say PRP below that. If you have a city plate, it'll be either, right now I think we're in CB followed by 5 numbers, essentially.
You see a lot of those in like light trucks.
You see a lot of light
Tacomas,
trucks.
F-150s,
So
everything.
those plates are used mainly in light trucks, box trucks, street trucks, dump trucks, and stuff like that. basically commercial vehicles. There's a specific weight, I'm not sure what the weight.
Okay.
There's specific vehicles that which operate within the province essentially.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Let's say with truck plates.
Yeah, truck plates nothing fancy. There's trailer plates. Trailer plates
trailer
is
plates.
the fun fact about trailer plates is that once you purchase the trailer and you get a plate, you don't ever have to renew it.
Really? I didn't know.
No, so trailer plates is basically a permanent plate.
Okay.
You buy it once. If I'm not mistaken, the plate's $72 for the plate.
Okay.
You buy the plate, that's it. You don't ever
Yeah.
have to renew it. Nothing for the rest
You know
of
when I
your life.
bought this car, the guy tried to give me a trailer plate.
Yeah.
Because I asked the guy, yo, give me some plates so I can drive back, right? I
Yeah.
had my plates, but I just wanted, because I had custom plates. I didn't
Yeah.
want to run my plates, so I wanted to run his plates. He had plates on the car, but he's like, I need these plates. He tried to give me one trailer plate. I was like, bro, come
No,
on.
no.
I just put my plates on and drove
Yeah,
back. But
so trailer plates, they're essentially you buy them once. They're registered to the vehicle and the owner, and you just use them. You don't need to worry.
yeah. So that's it for trucks.
Yeah, trucks, nothing special, I would say. It's just the basics.
So we're gonna react to some other provinces'
Yes.
plates. So this is a Canadian video. We're not gonna talk about U.S. plates. There's so many U.S. plates,
US plates was there's 52 states,
and there's within those there's all
There's
kind
all
of
kinds of-
variations, right?
But
so
if so, you've seen some plates. What's your favorite US plate?
favorite U.S. plate.
For me, it has to be Florida.
I like the California black on yellow.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those
the
custom
customs.
black on yellow, those look sick. to
I
me.
always like the Florida plates because Florida, I've seen they always have the different design plates.
Mm,
I've seen one with the surfboard.
okay.
I've seen some nice plates from
Yeah.
Florida. They're nice.
What else? U.S.
Oh, that's about it, to be honest with you. I don't
Yeah,
have
I'm sure
any.
there's cool ones. Like
Maryland's nice too.
Maryland. I'm not
Maryland's got the flower and everything in the back.
sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put pictures of what we're
Yeah,
talking
we'll
about.
put it.
But we're gonna react to some other provinces plates. So we'll start with BC.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty standard. It has the
Just
flag in the
six
middle,
letters,
instead of
yes.
crown.
I remember at one point BC did come with these nice, like beautiful design
Yeah,
plates.
they do have nice custom plates.
They do have custom
I'll
plates.
put some of the custom plates of BC
Yes.
on there too. But it has the sticker at the bottom here. It has an indent for that. I mean,
nice.
it's decent.
It's not bad.
What do you think? Rate it 1 to 10.
I mean, I would rate it a solid 6,
6. Yeah.
6.5.
I'd probably go 5. Like it's just a basic plate.
It's a basic plate, I would say.
So okay, moving on. Saskatchewan. I kind of like this plate.
I like this because it doesn't have the notch.
Yeah.
I'd say.
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the notch.
Yeah,
in
sticker
my
on the bottom right here, which I don't mind.
opinion.
It has wheat. Is that wheat or
Yeah, it's
something
wheat, it's
in the
wheat.
middle?
Yeah, it's wheat. I would say this plate is a solid 7.5 in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree. Like I like the color too, green.
Yeah.
The font is actually nice too.
Oh yeah.
So we got the Ontario plate, obviously what we've been talking about the whole
I'll be
video.
honest with you, I'm gonna sound very biased. I would give this at least an 8.7
Really?
out of 10. The thing is, an Ontario plate is very easy to read.
It's easy to read. Yeah.
It's very easy
but
to
at the same time, it's kind
understand.
of boring too.
It's boring, but at the
Yeah.
same time, the thing is, the simplicity of the plate is nice.
That's true.
My opinion.
Yeah. That's why like when they went to those blue plates, it's like if it didn't
Change
broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's
Basically.
nothing wrong with it. I would rate it probably, I don't know, bro. It's kind of, the thing is, I've seen so many nicer plates.
Yeah.
This is like kind of boring to me.
It got boring.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like I like the design, but it's like you said, it's easy to read, straightforward, but it's boring as
What
well.
would you give it?
I give it a 6 to be honest. I give it a 6.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
That's
Just,
everyone-
just judging on the design, that's what
Yeah.
I'll give it.
Oh, yeah.
So okay, New Brunswick plates.
They're nice. Not
I mean,
bad.
they're okay. It has more detail, I guess.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm not a big fan of the red lighting. The red lighting.
Red, I don't like.
No.
It has something in the middle here. Some kind of snake or something like that. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what that is. Sticker on the top right, which I like. I like it on the top right.
Top right is always the best.
I like this New Brunswick logo thing. That looks nice.
Yeah.
I would give this like a 7.5.
I
guess.
agree. I would say
It
7.5.
has a sky there too. It's nice.
I think this.
PEI is nice.
I'll give this an 8.
It's like kind of like a picture too. Like it's more detailed. I'll give it 8 too. It has a, but it has a website. I don't like those.
I think I would wish though if the sticker would be instead. I would say the Canada flag
Switch
on the
these?
left
Oh no.
and put the sticker on there, or like you said,
Yeah.
switch it.
Yeah, I like sticker top right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe because that's what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
we're just used to seeing.
Yukon. Whoa, what is this? Yo, there's a guy in the left. Is this a graphic plate? No, it can't be.
No, it's nice.
There's 2 stickers. Or is that the
No,
production?
no. So how this work is they do the month one sticker and then the year one sticker.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you could have just done 1 sticker, but
I mean,
I like the design. It has like an outline on the top, kind of thing.
fun fact about Ontario plates. If you don't know, Ontario plates are not square.
Yeah.
So the top right corner
The
is
curve.
okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
plate perfect. So an Ontario front right corner, actually this one's it's a curve, the slight curve.
The sticker's also curved.
So it goes in with the outline of the actual plate.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to mount if you
Yeah.
have the patience.
But somehow
to
people
mount.
always mess it up still. I see them on the road.
I've seen-
People put them right in the middle.
In the middle, they don't.
Like, I don't know the thing.
I've seen a guy do
Bottom,
one here,
obviously.
bottom.
But at least they're trying to put it on
Yeah.
like a corner. Like some
I've seen-
people put it right
I've
here.
seen some guy do like a nice angle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get wrong, I think. But okay, that's Yukon. Let's move on to the next one. Alberta.
Alberta's
It's alright.
The-
What? Yo, I just noticed that.
If you know, you know.
I'll put it on the screen, but we won't explain it. We won't explain
We
it.
won't
If you
explain
understand
it,
it, okay. Sticker bottom right and top left. And it's kind of weird. I like this. I like the flower.
This is the 9.1 for me.
Yeah, this is a 10 for sure. This specific one
This
is
is
a 10.
the 10.
Yeah. But also another thing, if there's a plate that's a regular plate, but it says something, or it's like if it's like a standard plate from Service Ontario, right? But it has like it spells something, or it's like a cool message kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's 10 times cooler.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's like
100%.
OEM wheels.
100%.
It's like because you have to actually like it's a custom plate. Anyone can get a custom plate.
No, this is like it seems like a manufacturer defect,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's a funny plate.
Yeah. That's nice. I'll give it. What do you give it? I'll give it 8.
I give it an 8
Okay.
at least.
Friendly Manitoba. I mean,
I don't like it.
it's. I kind of like that. It's like it looks like a landscape. Like it looks like
I
deep
know.
in the.
It'd be nice though if it's like embossed, like, like bubble gum.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be nice.
It's nice. Sticker bottom right, top
That's
bottom
it
left.
here, yeah.
Friendly. I don't like this though. I don't like Friendly Manitoba that
No.
has 2 different fonts. I don't like that.
Nah.
I give it like a 5.
Yeah. I think 5.5.
Quebec is like super boring, but it has an outline.
3 out of 2. 3 out of 10.
3?
3 out of 10. Bro.
Really. So this is the old style.
The
3
new
letters.
stuff.
They have more letters than the new one. It's 3 letters and then 4 numbers.
I don't know, man. Like, it's a no hate to Quebec. Quebec's already a depressing province, bro. Like,
Yeah.
come on, at least make your plates pop.
Yeah, they had the older one had a different slogan. I remember. I can't remember. But in Ottawa, you see a lot of Quebec plates. as
Oh
well.
yeah, because it's right at the border, right?
Yeah, yeah, it knows right there.
Nova Scotia.
What you said? You give it 3? I'll give it
Yeah.
like a 5. I just like the outline. I wish Ontario plates had an outline.
I
Like
don't
that.
know, like it's just Quebec's a depressing province. In my
Okay,
opinion.
yeah,
it's
that's
already
true.
depressing.
Okay, Nova Scotia. I like this, man.
I like it.
this.
It's very simple.
If you guys don't know, my first car was from Nova Scotia.
Oh yes, so he has memories with that.
Yeah, I might get. You know what I would do? If I build an ES1 or EM2 as a show car, I would just get a set of these and just run it.
Just run it for show.
As a show car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick. As an homage to my old car.
Oh, yeah.
Ocean Playground. I'll give this like an 8.
Oh, I'd give it 8.
Nice
easy.
slogan too.
I'd say 8.5 in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Newfoundland. This one looks kind of naked.
No,
Doesn't have the
it's
thing on
missing
top?
a lot.
Yeah.
No, I've seen some of them where the poppy's a little bit bigger, like it comes
Okay.
up to the middle.
Okay.
I would say this plate, in my opinion, is more like a 4.5.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree. 'Cause it's bare. It's like low
there's-
effort. It's
There's a
such a
lot
low
of
effort plate.
potential
Yeah.
in this plate.
okay. That's it for that. Northwest Territories.
My favorite. I like it.
Yeah.
I'd
This
say-
is a creative plate. This is a cool
Yeah.
plate.
If you know Northwest Territory, this is just a black outline. It's actually just a polar bear.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't actually seen one. Have you seen one actually on the road?
I've never seen
I've never seen one. It's probably rare.
I would say, in my opinion, those plates, I would give it a 9.6.
9.6. I'll give it 10. I just like
Yeah.
how creative it is.
Yeah.
Everyone just conforms to this square plate, but they went
They
different.
went. Same with these guys. Who else? Is it just Northwest Territories that run these plates?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay. The last one that I have, or
Oh yes,
second
the
last one.
2013.
So British Columbia 2010 Olympic special plate. This is cool.
I like it.
You know what I've also seen? A Quebec plate that has veterans. Have you seen that? No, I've seen a lot of those in Ottawa. It has like a background. It has like a soldier and a flag or something. I'll put a picture. That's also cool as well.
I like this plate. It's a 10.
This is very nice. Very nice art. Yeah, it's very nice.
It's a 10 for me.
This is cool. This is also kind of cool. Mounted in the back.
It's nice with the Olympic logo in the
Yeah.
front.
But BC has some nice plates. I'll put it on the screen.
BC always has a nice place.
Yeah. So what am I missing? I was going to talk about something. Okay, so just a sidetrack thing, right? Not about Ontario plates or anything. Different color plates on different colored cars and different spec of cars. What do you think? What's your opinion?
I mean, so the thing is, doesn't matter whatever plate you have. I would say if you want a plate that's gonna match any car color, I would say just a simple white plate.
Yeah.
Like the thing with BC, their plates are nice, but at the same time, you don't want to take that nice orange blue plate, like the orange mixed plate,
Yeah.
put it on a car that's blue. It's
There
not
you
gonna
go.
blend.
Doesn't match. Just like we were talking about the diplomat plates on the black Benz.
Yeah.
There's certain plate combinations. That's why I like the California black and gold because it goes with everything.
It goes with everything. Oh
It goes
yeah.
with- Ontario plates kind of go with everything, but it's kind of like the boring side of it.
Yeah.
It goes
Like-
with everything because it's not special.
It's
you know?
not special, no. Like at the same time, there's some plates that look like an eyesore if you look at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I would also say it's also it has to do with the types of letters that are on your plate. Even if you're Ontario,
That's true.
the types of letters that are on your plate tend to also have a big factor on the appearance of the actual plate.
Yeah. Like we're talking about like builds, right? So if you're building a car, you want it to look clean. You don't
Yeah.
want the plate to be
The eyesore.
That's the focus. That's what focuses on your eyes, right? If you have a nice paint match car, like you have a color scheme going, and then you have that plate that just sticks out.
No,
that's,
it's not it.
that's not good. That's why I think a lot of people run no front plate as well.
Yeah, I would say that.
Also that and the no drilling in the front bumper as well. But yeah, that's what else do you think?
I
Anything
mean,
else?
the thing with plates is there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Plates is something that it's there's a lot of options.
Yeah. There's definitely stuff we missed, but this is just a
100%.
general video, right?
If you're an enthusiast looking to get a custom plate, I would say do something that one you like and two ties into your build.
Yeah.
You don't want to stick. No hate. I'm sorry, Maxi. I'm calling you out, but no hate.
Kimchi on a BMW.
BMW.
Yeah,
I know
don't
he's
that.
casual for nostalgia because it was on his
Yeah,
Kia, on his
yeah.
Hyundai.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like those, I mean, that with his car is nostalgic. We don't mind it. But like, you know, you want to have something that's gonna blend in with your build as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But also that being said, like build your car for yourself. Don't build it for anyone else. You
No,
know?
always be unique.
Yeah.
Don't want to build it for
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, for sure. And but I get what he's saying. Like have a plate. If you're gonna pay $310 for a plate, have something that meaningful to you. You know what I mean? Have something that if someone asks you what does that plate mean, you have a story behind it, kind of thing. You know? If you just put like Punjab 88, you know, like it's kind of
no
generic.
hate, but like at the same time, it's like if you go to Brampton, honestly, if you see like it's either you see D plates or PB plates.
Yeah, PB plates. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the other. We should have made another segment for that.
Well,
Just PB.
honestly, the sad thing, I don't even know what the PB means. I know PB stands for Punjab.
Yeah.
I don't know what the.
There's ones that say Jeet. There's one that say.
No, I've seen like PB11, like it's a sector 11.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Really?
Like there's some PB11, 11 PB, PB12. Like is that the sector there?
But the thing is, you know those plates. When you see those plates, it doesn't matter what it says. You know.
You know. You know.
You already know.
Yeah.
We said a lot by saying nothing. Right there.
Like it's all just our emotions tell a lot.
Yeah, there you go. But be careful on the road. If you see those plates, be careful.
If you see, just careful, bro.
It's just exercise precaution. That should be on the driving MTO driving
handbook. Yes.
Yeah, driving handbook and the course as well. If you take driving school, that should be a new.
This is not Doom, okay, guys. It's
Yeah.
not the movie Doom.
We're just helping you stay protected. If you have a nice car, we're helping you stay protected on the road. Okay.
100%.
Yeah. So I don't know. Plate frames. Should we talk about plate frames? Plate frames, covers. So we talked about covers a bit, like clear covers.
Yeah. So covers you can get them usually when you buy a car from a dealer. They like to promote their dealership.
Yeah.
So they tend to put covers which represent their dealership.
Yeah.
For example, some dealerships do, like if you go for a luxury car, they tend to do a higher quality plate frame, which is a full cover which covers the entire plate.
Yeah, even some other like lower quality, like even some Honda dealers.
Some Honda do it, yeah.
Some Toyota dealers.
Now the most common, because costs are low for that, they just do a frame.
Yeah. But even back then, it was also always a frame.
Always a frame.
But some dealer frames look better than others. Some of them look really tacky. Some of them look chrome and stuff. Some of them look sick. Some of them like they actually put thought into the design, and they actually look really nice.
Now I would say the new plate frames are more generic.
Yeah.
Because
the
it's
groups.
It's not like before. But before it used to be dealerships used to be like privately owned, like franchise.
Yeah.
However, now as time changed, they've been bought up by big auto groups.
Yeah.
So for example, we got the Wines Group, we have
Zanchin.
Zanchin. So example, the plate on my Civic, it's Aaron Mills like Acura, but it says Zanchin. So Zanchin Auto Group on the bottom, and then it'll just have the dealership name right at the top.
Yeah.
For example, Don Valley North Toyota, they used to have it Toyota both sides, Don Valley North. On the top, we'll say 404 east of 404 on Steels Avenue. It'll show that, right? And I'll have the number on the bottom, the 1-800 number.
So another thing with plate dealer frames, that's another way to know if it's an original owner or a very old owner that's owned the car for a long time, right? Because some of them are discontinued. So when the dealership is bought out or changes ownership or stuff or something like that, or just in general, they might just change the style of the frame.
Yeah.
So that's how you know, like if it's an old frame that you can't get anymore, that's how you know it could be an older owner.
I'll stick my
Send me a picture.
I had one on my Civic, but my dad bought it brand new from
Family
Honda.
Yeah.
Family Honda, also known as Open Road Honda now. They went under, I think, during COVID.
Yeah.
So they had a frame. I personally like the frame. Essentially, the M on the plate is a family. It's actually the family.
That was sick.
I like that plate.
And
so
my dad had a frame from Mendes Toyota, which is a dealership in Ottawa. Now they got bought out, I think the owner sold it. His name was Mr. Mendes. He owned it for a long time. He had a Solara, a first-gen Solara. Yeah, I think he still has it, but he still gets free cars from the dealership. Yeah. I think that might have been a condition of his selling it.
Yeah,
but now it's called Bank Street Toyota, and they changed the frame, and it's super ugly now. But it used to look nice. There's a lot of dealerships like that, and you can find sometimes on Facebook people selling like old frames, and it's kind of cool. If you know what you're looking at, it's kind of cool. If you run an old frame or something, that's cool. But yeah, there's different styles. Like you said, just the frame. Sometimes there's a frame with a built-in, just the cover, the clear cover like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can get like aftermarket cover. Like, don't run like the diamond, those things. Come on, I guess it's tacky. That's tacky. The gems,
the rhinestones.
Yeah, or what else is there?
If
you run a clean black one, it looks good on any car. It just looks good. The clean black is good from Amazon. What else?
Even no plate frame is okay.
No plate frame is good.
It's nice.
Yeah. There's also like those like performance brands. You can get an HKS frame. You can get a K-Tune frame. You can get, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Those are good.
You can even rep aftermarket parts like J-Spec performance and stuff like that. If you're going to ask them, I think if I'm not mistaken. So the thing is, if you go to a dealer, their plate frames are free.
Yeah.
Most of them are free.
Most of the dealers, yeah.
I'm pretty sure J-Spec charges $15.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. Garage $16, $15.
Yeah. Oh, Garage 16 cameras too?
Yeah.
But does it cover the crown? Would it cover the crown for me or no?
It goes like up Garage 16. It might.
It might? Okay, I would have to know. Because for me, a condition is it has to cover the crown.
Yeah.
On the bottom right, because my crown is in the middle. So
yeah.
That's plate frame. What else is pleasant? Like bolts. Use bolts instead of screws, because screws will strip out and get rusted.
Yeah, always use bolts.
Use bolts if you can.
I would say also, just if you're gonna put your plate on, I would suggest putting some anti-seize on it.
Yeah.
It really doesn't hurt to put anti-seize on it.
Also, if you have a sub or if you have like a sedan, you might need that silicone backing. You can get on Amazon. That's what I run too.
Yeah, to prevent your plates from
rattling. So when you have, some people like that. Some people, it's cool to them, like bumping the sub and it's rattling.
I find it cool. I can't lie.
You find it cool? I find it kind of cool, but what I don't like is every time I close the trunk, it rattles, and that drives me crazy. But if you have the silicone, every time you shut the trunk, it will not rattle. It'll just be a nice, solid sound. I don't know. We like these small details, right? So we pay attention to that stuff.
What else I would say? I know a lot of people, when they do plates to their trunk, they usually put a cover on the back, followed by the plate in the middle, and they sand with another cover to prevent it scratching the paint. Yeah. So there's one called what is it called? You know those expensive ones that are like proper shields. What's it called? Shield. Something. I forgot the name.
But it's like kind of expensive on Amazon. It's one of those, like it fully covers the plate.
Yes.
It's like, if you really care about your plate, really want to get one of those.
It's kind of like an outer box.
Yeah, basically that's the best analogy.
It's an outer box.
Yeah, it's an outer box for your license plate. Yeah. But some people run those. Those are a bit expensive, but if you really like your plate, just run those. What else? I can't think of anything.
That's about it. Yeah.
That's about it. We got people coming into lower CCT, so we're gonna end the video here.
Again, a big shout out to our sponsor,
AR Auto Parts. Definitely check them out.
Your #1 source for secondhand auto parts. Anything you need, you can hit them up through eBay.ca, Facebook or Instagram DMs.
You can request a part,
and they'll be able to source it for you.
Yeah, they'll source it for you. Any rare parts, anything you need,
they got you.
But that's basically it. So thanks for watching. I'm pretty sure this is another hour video. This will be episode 2 of the podcast.
Yes, episode 2.
If you haven't watched episode 1, go watch that. That's also a nice video. It's about our first cars and stuff like that. So that's it for this plate video.
That's it.
Let us know if we missed anything, or if anything you liked about this video, and let us know if you have a request. If you have a request for a video you want us to do, we'll do it.
Suggestions, guys.
Yeah, we'll take suggestions and we'll do it. So
and I guess subscribe, guys. Turn on notifications.
Yeah, check out our reels, all that. We post on that
TikTok, Instagram, everything. Yeah, guys. So other than that, take care. We'll see you in the next video.
We'll see you
there, guys.